Much for joining us today. As above, so below. We're talking about Saturnian energy, Saturn energy, and we want to say to each and every one of you guys, thank you so much for being a part of our lives. Thank you for the commentary. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the information that many of you guys are receiving out here is coming from somebody that has been practicing magic a very long time. If this is your first time in my live, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. Those are the African sciences by which we harness and direct energy, frequency, and vibration. To each and every one of you guys that want to be a part of the platform and the church, what's up there? My Shamari got your text. I'm going to call her Cancer. Cancer from Chi-Town. Also, to each and every one of you guys that have did your graveyard work, I told y'all I'm in here, and these animals are decomposing, and so I'm dealing with flies, I'm dealing with all kind of stuff. So y'all bear with me. What's up there? What's up, Stormy from my Sagittarius from Detroit? What's up there, 69? What's up, Karen O'Brien? To each and every one, Gemini. And I want to say, guys, this is going to be real important live today. Especially those that are dealing in the areas, if you got your Bayberry candles, if you got graveyard work, those that have your Obatala, this would be a good time to pull your Obatala out. What's up there, my Boaz in the house, Pisces, Mama Susan, Gemini in the house. I want to talk about something now. Listen, this is going to be something that's going to be really helpful if you adhere. Y'all know I don't tell people what to do. People live their life however they choose to live their life. But there are certain things that have gone on in and around my life that, because I have so many ears that listen to my broadcast, I want to share information that is pertinent. Now, universal laws means this. It applies to each and every one. It doesn't matter Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Atheist, Methodist, Presbyterian, whether you've been in the church all your life, whether you just you drive by the church, it don't matter. These type of laws apply to each and every individual. How you operate in those laws has a lot to do with you and your maybe level of teaching, your level of commitment or dedication. What's up there, Monique 444? My Cancer crab cakes in the house. There go my Boaz. Pisces, thank you so much for joining us. Now, I want to say, first of all, salutations to my Madrina, to my Padrino, and to my Oba, and to all of my brothers and sisters in the ATRs. I want y'all to understand that this is a powerful time, and I'm gonna say some things, and I do realize that many of you guys are in certain spaces in your life, in certain levels of maturity, and it is what it is. I don't take it for granted that I was raised up on spiritual tutelage. I don't take it for granted that I'm a type of individual that I understand proper protocols, and I do realize that on social media, people behave the way they behave because it's social media. If most people met people in real life, most people would not behave the way that they behave on social media. And so, therefore, the internet is no different. So I say to many of you guys, please take what I say with a grain of salt and know that my intention is to help as many melanated people as I can. All right? I want to say hello and salutations to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Those that do not know, I am Crown Mafedi Fun Oya Yanza, Mother of Nine. Also Mafedi Fun Bablu Aye, but I am rocking Shango on the day of Saturn energy, which is ruled by Capricorn and Aquarius. So I thank God for each and every one of you guys. So I want to say, what's up? Thank you. Yeah, please, guys, as you chime in, please hit that like button. Now, I want to talk about this because people don't understand when they're doing magic, when they're praying prayers, when they're functioning in life. Who you are has nothing to do with your biological name, your government name. Who you are is your energy, your frequency, and your vibration. When you're not good at dealing with other type of people, a lot of you guys deal with me not with the premise of that I'm a Sagittarius, Moon in Aries, and rising sign is Pisces. A lot of you guys deal with me from the aspect that's Chief Apostle Ely. He cool, I like what he do, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, you're dealing with Sagittarian energy. So what I say to many of you guys, I do read between the lines. I do realize that people have emotional situations going on and circumstances, and this is why I try to communicate as clearly as I can. I have said this oftentimes, and it bears repeating. Minister Mario is no longer here on the physical side too, and he had a rising sign as a Libra. Libra are very diplomatic people. I am far from being diplomatic. I'm very upfront and I'm a very confrontational person. And so therefore, a lot of times I would let Minister Mario handle a lot of the things, because a lot of you guys would not be able to deal with my straightforwardness and my directness. I do realize that many of you guys like to indirectly make comments, statements, and stuff like that. That doesn't really play well with me as an individual, because I'm very straightforward. And if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. If I'm not going to not, especially if I'm not getting paid. And so I've said this oftentimes, that this is a business and I don't get a salary. And so therefore I generate the finances to be able to take care of the things that are necessary for the platform and the church. And so therefore people do give. Some people give tithes, some people don't. But at the end of the day, my gift that I utilize has a lot to do with what we're able to accomplish on this platform and get things done. And so I want you guys to keep that in mind. And as I endeavor to serve you as proficient as I can, and be as accountable as I can to servicing your needs, whether it's through products or whether it's through readings or conjure. I only have so much time to work with, and normally, like I'm running behind today, I only have so much time to take care of housework, take care of other stuff, and I do appreciate people that are very considerate of that I am handling all of this. And I wish you had grown up with a father or a brother or somebody that was as much of a go-getter as I was, so you would have an understanding how very difficult it is, even though I make it look easy. Okay? So I hope you keep that in mind. I am not a nice person. And not that Mr. Mario was nice, but he was nicer than me. And he was more diplomatic. Somebody sent me $1 reading. Is the right reading. There. I guess so. All right. How many different? Oh, I'm a Sagittarius. I have a plethora of hats, drawers, socks. When you're a Sagittarius, it's about healing. Renee sent for. Hold on, wait a minute. Renee sent for healing. Hold on, let me write it down because I will forget. Love, healing. Mental clarity, and oil of gladness. All right, Renee, that 69 is on point. Now, and I don't say the things that I say trying to be a smart ass. I'm trying to keep you from actually meeting certain aspects of my personality, because it's not necessary. The purpose of me giving out information so therefore you know how to navigate, and that you don't meet those aspects of myself. And you can grow and learn and develop and get the things that you have need of and become a better version of yourself. That is the endeavor. At the end of the day, I'm going to be me, Chief. Now, we're going to talk about this, and I'm going to say for transparency purposes, I have never been a component of doctors. Okay? I want to say that up front. I am not a medical doctor, but I have a great understanding about the human body, and I have myself utilized herbs and tinctures, and I have always had a certain type of diet when it comes to my physical body and the well-being of my body. That's down to any toothaches, that's eye issues, anything that I have swelling. I've never had that, but you know, a lot of times because I work for UPS, going up and down stairs all day like a thigh master, my legs and whatever, so I use turmeric. So my backpack is full of herbs and vitamins and things of that nature, and I've always been in 29 years, I've always had a bag, I've always taken herbs and vitamins. I want to say that in the beginning. So a lot of times when I'm out here sharing stuff, it is not something that I just started doing 2 years ago or 5 years ago or 3 years ago. I'm very big on taking care of my temple. My spiritual dad taught me that. I have been up on other leaders, and health is very, very important to me. It doesn't matter how promiscuous a man or woman is, taking care of yourself or is not. If you the type of person, you with one person, you need to still take care of your body. Okay, so universally, I want to talk about structure around health and wealth. So, by the things that I've gone through with Minister Mario has been up on a doctor's physician. He worked in the hospital, so he's always had access to medical care. And so I'm going to be talking about things that I have. I was hired to be a spiritual advisor on another case, and so I learned a lot about hypertension. And so those that claim to want to know real magic, frequency, and vibration, you need to understand your organs. You need to understand the body, and the body that's a microcosm of the universe and your connectivity to Mother Earth. And so therefore, this is only for people that truly want to practice real magic. Those that do not understand pharmacy and pharmaceutical products is that they're dealing with chemicals. Those that practice real arche, real magic, spirituality, we know that we go to the earth, we go to the sources of the universe in order to get our healing. Now, I am an individual, hear me out. I am an individual that has a reputation of manifesting healing in people's lives, including my own self and my children and my family. So I am still not on here dismissing medical attention, because I have a dentist, I do have health care. I don't utilize it because if something goes on with me, if you find me in a hospital, things are out of control. So I'm 51 years old. So I'm not a hospital person. I have medical, I have Blue Cross and Blue Shield. The only thing that I mostly use is my dental insurance, and I use my vision insurance. But my medical insurance, I have not had a need to use my medical insurance. So therefore, I want to make that a disclosure, because I want you to know that I'm not out here talking about I don't go to the doctor because I can't afford to go to the doctor. Okay? So I want to talk about the structure that is around your health, the structure that is around your wealth. Now, this is the thing why this is important, because Capricorn and Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is structured, all about structure. It's a positive structure out there, and there's also a negative structure out there. So I'm going to be coming from 3 John, the 2nd chapter. And at the end of the day, what I share today may not change anything of how you handle your body, your temple, or how you do things. But I want you to be aware of certain things, and especially if you want to get into hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, not understanding your genetics, not understanding your cellular structure, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. I know that some people have been asking me about this eclipse, and I'm going to address that on this live. Now, y'all know I'm a Sagittarius. I am not these other people, so do not get offended by what I'm going to say regarding it. And so therefore, if you are truly magical and you practice the black arts like I do, then you will understand exactly where I'm coming from. If you took some of my classes, you're going to understand exactly where I'm coming from. So it says, 3rd chapter of John, it says the 3rd epistle of John, that's the way it reads, verse 2. It says, "Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper, be in health, even as thy soul prosper." Now, go Google medical science. We have a lot of melanated Black American people and other melanated people around the world that don't understand. If you're going to utilize magic for your health, it is a different regimen that your Tata, your Mambo, your Hugon is going to imply on your life or concerning you than a medical physician. Now, if you are, as a grown man or woman, are looking for divine healing along with your medical doctors, nurses, or whatever, You have to go based off of that, and you have to sign waivers because they don't want to be sued because you're choosing to take herbs, vitamins, and other things. What happens is melanated people trying to have their cake and eat it too. And so therefore, you don't really have a level of confidence in either one. And so therefore, what I do when I am praying for people, I let people do what they need to do to feel comfortable within themselves. PPO. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sweetheart. So I let people do what they do because it's not my job, because I am not a medical profession. It's not my job to tell you what to put in your body. If you want to take, but what I will tell you as somebody that is classified as a witch doctor, I'm going to use that hat today, that I use herbal and supernatural remedies when it comes down to my own personal health, my own personal wealth. And those are the structures by which I operate in my life. If you are going to be in the ATRs, you need to make a decision based off of what is going on with you. What type of structure is around your health and wealth? Because that is the information that you're going to receive. You don't want to complicate what the doctor or the medical physician is doing, and you also don't want to complicate, if you are dealing with a practitioner of the ATR, to complicate what they're doing. A lot of times when it comes down to these two departments, your health and your wealth, you have multiple people that you're listening to. I am saying to grown men and women, make a decision what kind of structure that you're going to have around your particular health and your particular wealth. Because with Obatala is the creator of man. Obatala is also basically the keeper of your bone. And anything white represents Obatala. It also, he rules your head. So all of you that with migraines and those kind of stuff, when we understand energetically how the energy flows in the body, this is why we talk about meditating and focus on dealing with stress and learning how to resolve stressful issues. This is why I'm a strong component of people learning how to truthfully and effectively communicate with one another. And a lot of people, when it comes down to their health and their wealth, they have no real structure. I'm going to say it again. I'm not saying that I have not taken a leave. I'm not saying that I have not taken Tylenol at some point, but that's not my structure. You need to figure out, before you get into Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, root work, mysticism, shamanism, you need to figure out what kind of structure that you're going to base around your health and your wealth. Because when it comes to money magic, just because I'm getting stuff in the mail that I can get a loan for this or I can get a loan for that, that's not how I manifest my wealth. So therefore, I don't utilize that. You need to figure out certain, ma'am, especially if you're going to be effective in manifestation and understanding. This is why you will hear me say, don't come to me and tell me because the doctor said this and thinking that's going to change the way that I work, pray, or believe God to move in your life. If that is the structure by which you want to live, then you don't need to be over here messing with tatas, mumbos, hugans, and bokors, apostles, pastors, teachers, evangelists, because these are faith walks. These structures that are around my life and how I live my life. I believe this. And I said this, and I'm going to say this and break this down this way. It says, in this particular scripture, there's two forms of prosperity. It said, I wish above that ye prosper. So somebody is transferring a blessing on you for you to prosper. And then it says, to be in health. She said, this is food for thought. Thank you so much, baby. And then it said, even as your soul prosper. So therefore, you have a prosperity that comes through the transferring of blessings for your physical life. And then you have the health of the well-being, health in that state. Because some people say good health and they don't say good health. It said in health. Because either you're healthy or you're sick. Not both. So when you are building your life with the understanding, and I'm going to go back to this again, as a grown woman, as a grown man, no matter what your particular process of how you function in life, you need to think, am I going to operate in this structure or I'm going to operate in medical structure? Because both of these structures have their own methods of how they're going to resolve. Now, I need to say this as a disclosure. I, Chief Apostle, believe in divine healing. I believe that laying hands on the sick and they shall recover. I believe that God has given us power to cure all manners of sickness and disease. Does that mean that everybody that I have prayed for have been cured of certain sickness and disease? No. But a lot of people have had testimony after me praying or doing certain type of conjure for them that they have received certain things. What denomination are you? I'm apostolic. So, what? But I'm in the church, but I practice it heavily in the ATR and black arts. So, when you think that you're in spirituality, when the truth is you are depending on medical science and pharmaceutical products to redeem or to restore your health, or you have the system of this capitalist society for your wealth, then when it comes down to us doing root work for money and we're doing conjure for money or prayer for money, those are two distinct, different structures. And nobody can make those decisions, sir and ma'am, but you. And you can't tell the witch doctor to be in agreement with the medical doctor. You can't tell the medical doctor to be in agreement with the witch doctor or the mambo or the hugan or the shaman or whomever. Some people say, I'm using unconventional ways for my healing. Call it what you want. Energy, frequency, and vibration. The practice of medical science is what it is. They are practicing on you. A doctor does not have to get an A in class to get his license, his or her license. A RN does not have to pass and know everything. They're not there to cure you. They're there to diagnose the symptoms that they can monitor. And they have to run tests to come up with some conclusion. And then the pharmacy, the pharmaceutical, they're going to put out chemical-based products to treat the symptoms. They're not there telling you that their medical is there to cure you. Cure your kidneys, cure your lungs, they're not in that practice. We in the faith thing believe that God or divine mother or our ancestors have the ability to cure us of our sickness and disease. This is why they have separation of church and state. Because we based on faith. Now what you can't do is endanger your child based off of your faith, because there are laws set up that you have to go to the medical science. But you as a grown man or woman can sign a waiver and saying that you're going to believe God or Goddess for your health. You see what I'm saying? You can't be out here practicing spirituality and ignorant of spiritual laws. And you can't also, what's up there, Linda Green? You can't also be ignorant of constitutional laws and of state laws and federal laws. Because if you're a husband and you're praying for your wife and she has ailments and you don't take her to the doctor and you have no waiver saying that she says that these are her wishes, then the next of kin to your wife can actually get you in court for negligence. Like, be smart out here in these spiritual streets. Be aware of what structure people come to you. People come to me all the time. Oh, Pastor Eli, I heard this now. Could you pray for me? No. Because some of you guys, you don't really believe in divine healing. You don't even know what divine healing is. You're not connected to the source. So therefore, you don't know how that energy flows in. You may get lucky and come across a situation where you may feel better after prayer. I understand how to get my particular healing. And so therefore, I have a testimony of my own personal life. But that's the structure by which my health and my wealth operate. This is why I believe when it comes down to my wealth, I believe in sowing seeds. I don't believe in robbing Peter to pay Paul. What I believe in is burning my incense. And then maybe the Spirit will give me an idea, or the Spirit will give me favor, or the Spirit will give me time, or the Spirit will increase my income, whether through my job or through my business. I always give Spirit room to manifest. In other words, I give opportunities for more than one way for Spirit to get resources to me. Because that's the structure whereby my wealth operates. This is why I keep explaining to many of you guys. If you go to my website, there are instructions there. To all of y'all that don't want to follow instruction and you have a problem with Saturn energy, you're going to have a difficult time maintaining your health and maintaining your wealth, whether it is through magical means or whether it is through medical science. Because if you don't follow instruction over here, you're not going to follow instructions over there. If you don't listen to the witch doctor, you're not going to listen to the medical doctor. Now, I also want to say this to melanated people. You need to understand, just like spiritual practitioners, everybody don't have your best interest at hand, and they just there to make money. Medical science is the same thing. Just like everybody don't want to see you win financially, and they just there to make money and take what they can take from you, and they got loan sharks in the physical, in the capitalist society. Spirituality, it ain't no different. You need to pay attention. That's what I just did a spiritual bath before I came on. You need to pay attention. And you need to, tax season is almost over. Miss y'all so much. I still gotta do my taxes. I ain't even did my taxes. Minister Mario in here. My Fetty Funo Chelsea. Oh, he did all my taxes. So let me say this. I can't tell you what to trust. That's a personal decision. I can tell you what I trust in. I can tell you that when I'm dealing with somebody's health and wealth, I deduce what they have trust in, and I work alongside that, because I can't make you do something where you don't trust. If you don't trust the structure by which you believe in, then and I see people do double dutch. They jumping from this system to that system, from that structure to that structure. This is why you are wavering. This is why you getting mixed messages. It's not because somebody's confusing you. It's because you're confused about what you trust. You look like someone. No, it ain't but one of me, baby. Structure is something you build, and you build with purpose. You can't just say you out here living your best life without a structure, by a means of to an end. You need to understand that if you're going to practice going back to your roots, then you need to understand plant life. You need to understand plant life, nature. You can't just start going to nature 2 days after you got your diagnosis over here, you got cancer. I've been taking herbs, vitamins, and all that ever since I was a child. This is my structure. I try to share my knowledge, my insight when it comes to herbs and spices and all these other things like that. But at the end of the day, that may not be what you believe in. Because a lot of people, and I'm just going to say this and be in all honesty, you're looking for a quick fix. And when you want a quick fix, you're going to go to medical science. Because what they're going to do, they're not going to cure your situation. What they're going to do is numb the pain. I'm going to say that again. A lot of the things that their products are made of have nothing. It's not natural to your body. And so therefore, especially if you have kidney issues and you're putting all this medicine in your body trying to get your swelling down, you're actually still damaging your kidneys. This is why these companies pay so much money to go against herbalists, nature, because that's their money. They're not going to tell you that if you understood how to work with Mother Nature, you can resolve some of the same issues that you're trying to resolve medically. You can resolve them through herbs and sap, but over a period of time. Because everything has a certain amount of, what am I trying to say? Concentration of potency. What's up there, Natasha Foster? Happy Saturday day to you, darling. About aphrodisiac in the house. Let alone being able to trust themselves. Exactly. Thank you, Stormy. Now, once again, this is not Apostle Ely telling you not to trust your doctor. Because if that's where your structure is, sir, ma'am, do that. But I'm telling you, like the woman that had spent all she had through medical science. Now you broke. Now you desperate. Now you're trying hoodoo. You're trying voodoo. You're trying Obia. You're trying Santeria. You don't really trust that structure. Because that's not why you came there. You came there out of desperation. You came to the witch doctor out of desperation. You came to the Tata, the Mambo, the Hugon, because all the other remedies the structure that you believe, it was failing you. And so therefore, you're hoping that this particular structure that I believe in does not fail you. But you personally do not trust in this structure. I want to be very clear. Medicine are being made of those. Yeah, they're being made of the herbs, but they're chemicalizing them. Our bodies are not. Our body have chemistry. Our bodies need nurturement because our bodies create its own chemicals in order to heal itself. Our body is a organism. It is a living soul. It knows how to heal itself. But it has to have the nutrients. This is why they're messing up the waters. This is why you are not getting a lot of the fruits and vegetables that you used to can get readily. Once again, I want to say this. I am not a medical physician. And I am not telling you, sir and ma'am, not to listen to your doctor. What I am saying, what I don't do. Because I go by a different structure. I believe in laying hands on the sick and they're recovering. I believe that God give us power to cure all manners of sickness and disease. And I have a reputation of seeing said manifestation come to pass in people's life. But at the end of the day, this is my structure. And so therefore, if I do this and my kids come around, I will sign an affidavit, so to speak, so that they're not responsible for the decisions that I made. Because I don't want nobody in my family saying, oh, you sat there and let your daddy die. Protect the people you love if you're going to live by a structure. Be very clear of where you stand when it comes down to your health and your wealth. Where is your source coming from? Who are you listening to? What are you... it is what it is. Just like you shouldn't trust every doctor, you shouldn't trust every spiritualist. Just like there's medical malpractice, there's also spiritual malpractice. And just like there are laws naturally that deals with medical malpractice, there are spiritual laws that deal with spiritual malpractice. There are people that string people along, knowing that they don't have the gifts of healing. Let me say this, and I'm going to be very clear with this. It don't take you long, sir and ma'am, if you are going for a healing. When Minister Mario was going to the doctor, getting diagnosis, and they were telling him he had a hemoglobin. All of my nurses out there, doctors, you all know what a hemoglobin of 4 is. They were astounded that he was even walking. How did you get to the hospital? He said, I brought myself. He said, you's a dead man walking. Your hemoglobin is at 4. It was the power of God. Minister Mario's doctors was telling him it wasn't what the procedure they were doing, because they were dumbfounded why he was able to come out of those situations and circumstances. Let me explain something to you. If you truly have the gift of healing, if you truly have the ability to bring prosperity, it is the people that are in that profession will tell your client, will tell you what is happening to them, because supernatural speaks for itself. Manifestation speaks for itself. I don't go around telling you that the doctor is lying unless the spirit tells me. But what I will tell you, the structure by which I live, the structure by which I believe in, and how I try to put myself in position to be able to help myself and help those that are trying to live by this structure. You cannot show up 4 days prior to your ailment and expecting herbs and bath cleansing to resolve your issue unless somebody has a track record of being able to intervene into your health in that magnitude, or into your wealth in that magnitude. I love it when scientists find out God is real. Yes. But this is when it comes down to people being authentic. This is when it comes down to people actually believing in their structure. This is when you should say, I'm a herbalist. I'm not a divine healer. I don't have the gift of healing. I don't have the gift of faith. I don't have these divine abilities that go along with my knowledge. I have a knowledge of what to take of the herb, but then I don't know how to invoke the spirit out of that herb. That you need to let people know that you are not a spiritualist. You are herbalist. Because they need to know what kind of structure while you're administrating your particular methods of resolution. And so therefore, they can say, you know what? I actually need somebody that's actually, Sister Tree-Ronda's on here. She has stage 4 cervical cancer. Through divine healing, not only through divine healing, but me telling her about soursop. Like, I'm very knowledgeable about her, but I'm also a divine healer. I have a right as a pastor and apostle to operate in divine faith. That's separation of church and state. This is why we get donations and I don't charge. But I also don't tell you what to do with your body. Just like I don't tell you what to do with your money. But these are the structures by which Apostle, let me say it again, Chief Apostle Samuel Lee Ely Jr. operates. If you come to my platform, I'm only going to give you from the table by which I eat. I'm not going to tell you what you should and should not do. What you're going to do is make a determination whether it's Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, shamanism, bath cleanser, incense burns, candle, however, graveyard work. You determine. But you can't mix the two. They're not the same. You're not feeling better because you got healed. You're feeling better because they numbed the pain. I'm going to say that again. There's a difference between medical science that is trying to cure diseases versus medical science that maintains diseases. There's a difference between spiritual structures that dare to talk about healing versus their spiritual structures that operate in healing. It's not the same. Figure it out. You're grown. You are grown. And if that man or woman has Isaiah 10 and 27, there's going to be manifestation, and therefore the doctor will be able to see the change. One of the things, and I was talking to Mother Susan about this, when I was dealing with Mario's situation, and I'm going to talk about hypertension. This is mean high blood pressure, especially in melanated men and melanated women. A lot of the diseases that you end up with are curable through prevention. A lot of the things that happen to you later in life is because it went untreated. Not all the time because it went unnoticed, but because you didn't understand down the road what kind of damage. At least with cigarettes, you know if you keep smoking cigarettes, you have a tendency to get cancer because of the chemicals of nicotine and such on those on that tobacco. Tobacco itself does not create cancer. There's no medical proof that tobacco outside of the way that cigarettes are created creates cancer. Indian, Native Americans been smoking tobacco till they leave here. So that it ain't tobacco. It is what's in those the chemicals. And a lot of the stuff that they learned in America really came from Hitler and the chemical warfare. A lot of those sciences were utilized even here in America. And so when you don't know how somebody constructs something, then you don't know how to destruct it. If you don't understand by what methods that I believe in divine healing. Do I believe in the power of prayer? Yes, I do. But I also believe in that my body is physical and it needs certain nutrients and it can take care of itself. And so therefore, I also know it takes money, which is my wealth, to be able to support my health. You fight for your wealth because it takes your wealth to finance your health. But when you don't understand, no matter if you gay, straight, or bi, rich, poor, you need both of those to have a healthy and balanced life. And without structure, and a particular type of structure, how can you maintain anything when you all over the place? One minute you doing herbs, next minute you doing poppers, next minute you doing marijuana, next minute you doing you doing fasting. The next minute you from one structure to the next. Let me tell you something. If you think about all of the money, this is logic, because this is Saturn energy. So let's deal with logic. Saturn. Why are we spending money, that amount of money, on studying a disease than actually curing it? We know that our body is pH. We know that our body either is acidic or alkaline. This is medical. This is science. This is science. This science, whether it's medical science or whether it is spiritual science, it's still science. This is the truth. So with that being said, then why am I around here trying to get medical insurance? And the medical insurance costs what it is when they spending money to just make sure that you get sick. The probabilities of you getting sick based on the structure is very high. The probability of you, because I have a structure set to keep you at a certain economic disadvantage, the chances of you not being able to afford to stay healthy is very high. So how can you overcome this when the structures that are set up for you to be at a financial disadvantage, and then health-wise you're not being educated about your cellular structure, and you're taking in things that serve you no purpose. It gives you no nutrients. It gives you no value. When you hear somebody say something about sea moss, you're talking about yuck. When the ocean, Yemi Ya, La Serene, Mama Chola, the sea has a lot of the nutrients that you need for your body, because we come from the water. So everything about who we are comes from nature. And so if you're not up under the structure that teaches you about your anatomy and your biology and your bioelectrical charge that's around your body, that's why we use crystals, because we know there's a bioelectric field that's around us. White people call it aura. But that we give off an electrical charge, because we're spiritual creatures living a human experience. And so therefore, this is why there's so much voltage in the heart above the brain. And so when I was looking at this, I said to myself, since hypertension is such an issue, it has a lot to do with diet. It also has a lot to do with catching it in its premature stage. So how is it that you are up under a medical physician? I want to break it down to you like this. Only in medical science that you can be called the top of your class. Only in medical science that you can be called a successful doctor, but you don't have a success rate of nobody being cured, set free, or delivered. In spirituality, how can I say that I can help people get out of jail and I don't have no record? The spiritual people are judged harder about not manifesting their spiritual gifts and ability, but doctors can be seen as proficient. And Minister Mario's bill came up to $2 million and he's still dead. If you had went to a conjurer and spent $2 million and you died, they will be calling us spiritual malpractice. How is it that you can be paid by the insurance company and your surgery wasn't successful? Your surgery did not remedy my issue. Your surgery did not cure me. You did all this surgery on my brain and I'm still brain dead. That's the only profession that there are laws and structures set up that they can be failures and still win. And still get paid. But a spiritualist that tells you that you're going to come out your situation and you don't come out your situation, they are automatically branded as no good. You have higher standards for spiritual practitioners than medical practitioners. How many times you sat in the waiting room and asked the people that, sir, did this medicine help you? How many pills you taking? But you were asked, did you buy Apostle Ely reversal? Did you buy Apostle Ely peace incense? Did you do graveyard work with Apostle? You want to check us out. And you want to see how many people benefit from what we're doing in our spiritual practices. But then these people can give you 12, 14, 16 pills and you still sick. Now you used to go to work 4 days a week. Now you can't go to work at all. Every time Minister Mario went to the hospital, he went in walking and came out in a wheelchair. I'm like, what in the hell is going on in here? What are y'all giving him? He wasn't like this before he went in there. I know because I've been here the whole time. I had to pray each and every time he went into the hospital because the structure and the condition is not about curing and healing. And I'm not here to talk about any facility. What I am here to say is if you went to a church, if you went to a Tata Mumbo or shrine, and every time the people walked in but they came out worse, you would think there's something wrong. But when it comes down to these structures, you have already accepted. You have consciously accepted that I'm just going to get my fix. And if it don't work, they still get paid. The witch doctor get a bad name. You run from place to place. What happened to curing? What happened to restoring? Because that's not what they're there to do. They're there to charge your insurance. Just like these spirituals out there, they're not trying, oh, you need to get this Orisha, you need to get that Orisha, you need to get this conjure. If the first Orisha ain't helped me, why is the second Orisha going to help me? If the first Loa can't do it, then how the second Loa do it? Why is the ceremonies getting more expensive? I'm losing more money and I'm not getting better. It's the structure. It is the structure. When I tell you guys about getting your financial graveyard work, you're not going to be able, and I'm just being honest, to all of y'all that worried about the eclipse, I'm going to say something and please don't take no offense to it. You have went through a lot of phases in the universe that you don't even know that it's happening. You are still making the bad decisions. It don't matter whether it's eclipse. It don't matter if it's a bad thing or a good thing. At the end of the day, you still are unequally yoked. At the end of the day, you are still out here with your doing things ass backward. Until you certain man. Because one thing about this that I believe in, God will let nothing come upon you unaware. I believe that the Divine Mother, if something is necessary, then the spirits themselves will prepare the melanated people. But at the end of the day, sir and ma'am, while you worrying about what's going on in the ethers and the solar system, you need to be worried about what's going on in your inner world. And why you still making the decision, why you don't respect the structure, why you keep jumping from one situation to the next situation, why you ain't figured out what you want to do with your own health, why you ain't figured out what you want to do with your own wealth. Huh? You a Capricorn, you a Leo, you a Sagittarius, you a Cancer, you a why? You're still making bad decisions. You sitting in a healing ministry and still making bad decisions when it comes down to your temple. Uh-oh. Apostle Ely, you can't afford right now, there are certain works I could literally say, okay, you need this work, and you couldn't pay it right now. Even that it's a donation. Even if you can claim it at the end of the year. You are not prospering in a place in yourself. And you're not sowing the seeds that are necessary to bring back the harvest, to put you in position to protect your own wealth and health. And it don't matter if in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo. At the end of the day, I'm not out here to argue with nobody about their body. I'm telling you, as for me and my house, that's how I rock and roll. And anybody that comes to me, I can only tell you what I live by. The faith level that I have, the things that I believe in, and therefore, at the end of the day, that's why I do what I do. Minister Mario signed documents and making sure that I was not responsible for his medical XYZ going on. Because a part of spirituality is understanding the rules and regulations of the laws of your land. I still was taking him to his doctor's appointment, but I still was taking him out to the ocean. I was still taking him to the river. I still was taking him to the mountain. I was doing what a good conjurer and mystic person, a spiritual person does, because that's the structure that I believe in. And when he was getting turned around and things were getting better for him, then he got to take these 3 medicines. He got to take that, and they were making him sick. You weaken your body. You're going to nature. And then you're going back to what is unnatural. I'm going to say this again. Nature is natural. Medical science is unnatural. It is chemically stepped on. You feeling better versus you actually healed are 2 different things. When a doctor binds up your arm and put a cast on your arm, it is not the doctor's cast that is healing you. It is your bones are mending themselves. He did not heal you. Your body healed itself because that's what it was designed. But they know that. This is real, Chief Apostle. You are speaking. I'm just telling y'all the truth. But no other spiritualist should be telling you what to do with your body. But you need to understand what structure you're going to live by. And are you going to be the type of individual that every time something happens to you, you want to go to the doctor so you can go to the pharmacy to get a drug in your body? Because some of y'all are spiritual drug heads, just like some of y'all are natural drug heads. I'm going to say it again. You're not trying to cure anything. You're not trying to cure your stupidity. You're not trying to cure your bad decision making. Just like you're not trying to cure your desire to Cat Williams said your unnatural desire for the foolishness. Why are you loyal to the foolishness? There ain't no pill in nobody's country that gonna help you. Ain't no herb in no part of Mother Earth gonna help you because you yourself ain't committed to neither one. You just doing stuff to give you some instant relief. Not cure, not resolution, not a changed reality. Huh? Some of y'all gonna stay sick because you keep sucking dirty dicks. You got a hygiene problem. You don't care that this person is not physically clean. Just like you don't care that that person is not spiritually clean. You're having sex naturally and spiritually. Health makes wealth. Now all of a sudden you want me to come up with an incantation because you like to swallow dirty dicks. Well, I don't have a remedy for that. It's called soap and water. It's called washing your ass. It's in Psalms 14. Made that up though. A lot of this stuff, when it comes down to our health, it's all bad decision making. You in Dollar General shopping down like that, like them nutritionist meals in there. Back in the day, you had a garden out in your own house. A garden. Where the soil was not poisoned by chemicals. But you say, you sir, and you ma'am say that you are trying to get back to nature. But you ain't been outside in the real sun. You've been up under fluorescent lights and all these other type of gadgets that society is. But you ain't been in the natural sunlight, period. No more than getting in and out of a car. Your unnatural air condition of cooling your body down. And you wonder why you got sinus issues. Huh? Talking about you like it when it's mercy. There's things that come along when it's mercy. So, if you're going to be a hoe, I advise you to be a clean hoe. Hygiene matter. Spiritual hygiene and natural hygiene matter. I'm tired of people, you want to call about you a freak, you need to be a clean freak. You can lick, suck, and do whatever you want to do and steal and get, let me tell you something, if your money funny, then at the very least get you some baking soda. Wash your ass with baking soda. Wash your mouth with baking soda. Clean out your nostrils. Especially y'all like to go downtown. Huh? Wash your tongue. Scrub the top of your roof of your mouth. I know you got $1. If you ain't got $1, you got $1 worth of change in your couch. Check your back seat of your car. I'm pretty sure you got $1. And go on down and get you some baking soda. And wash your ass. And okra. Thank you there, baby. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all be like, you talking about you want somebody to be real with you and been a conjure and Mr. Why you mad with these medical professions when you see they keep you? This is how you, when you paying attention to the structure and you understand Saturn energy, and when somebody is utilizing Saturn energy against you, they keep saying they ain't got no money, but they keep building liquor stores. They keep building hospitals, convalescent homes. They not building them structures for nothing. They're not building jailhouses for, like, whatever structure you get in, you see coming up, they expecting somebody to feel that. You see dialysis places coming up and popping up all over the place. That means they intend for somebody to be sitting in them chairs. When you see structure, there's an energy that follows structure. When you see a funeral home building other funeral homes, that means there's a whole lot of people dying because they got to be making money to keep putting up them structures. Everywhere you see is a Walgreens or CVS. That structure got to be paid for, and you are part of that. So pray all you want, disrespect the structure. You don't see homes going up everywhere. You see apartment complexes. That means they intend for you to be a renter instead of an owner. It's all about the structure, because if you pay attention to what they're building, it'll tell you where they're headed. When they start knocking stuff down, they're knocking down structures. They start knocking down groves and all that stuff because they intend for you to eat their food. How they prepare their food. Because they don't want you going into the woods and nature no more and getting you your apples and your oranges and your nectarines and your grapes and all. That's not what they intend for you to do. Because we as kids, when I came up as children, all we had to do was run across the street and get a grapefruit. All we had to do was run across the street and get an orange. All we had to run across the street and get an orange. And I'm talking about nobody's yard. It just was everywhere. Vegetation was everywhere. Vegetation was everywhere. Now they tearing down all vegetation because they're going to make your ass sick. Because somebody got to go into that. And that's why hypertension among blacks is killing us. And it's all treatable. It can be easily eradicated. But we don't know enough about our own body, and we let somebody else from the medical aspect of things and the medical aspect of life tell you about your structure. We ain't even going to deal with the aspect that over half of them people in that medical field is racist and got issue with black people. We ain't even to go there. Because you ain't even smart enough to understand your own body. I can't even deal with them. Because you don't listen. You don't listen. You don't have, more black women don't have hysterectomies. Because you don't understand your organs. You don't understand how valuable your organs is. And nobody can tell you nothing because you think you poor. Who you think they taking organs from? Poor black people. We have the best genetics on planet Earth. Pookie got shot. Right, I'm a nurse. Thank you so much, Mercedes. You got shot in your knee. Why all of a sudden you dead and your kidneys missing, your heart missing, because they done ship that off to the highest bidder. Half of y'all, half of y'all don't even know that most of your loved ones' organs are missing before you get the body. You ain't signed no documentation giving them people permission in the hospital to take organs out of your loved one's body. I bet their organs missing. Because that's money. Structure, baby. This is why I'm in school for herbalist now after being a biology major. Thank you, sir. And you know, it's balance of everything. And then you got to understand when you are an individual, you are an organism. If you look at yourself as an organism, then you'll deal with your cellular structure. And what may make one person sick may make another one healthy. So depending on who your mom and daddy is and their cellular structure, how you were built, and what comes down through their blood, what comes down through their genetics, is what you have to address. But when you're not learning that, and you're not looking at yourself as a tree or a plant, and that there's photosynthesis going on the inside of you, then you won't get the proper nutrients. And now you over here taking all these chemicals that are actually working against your organs. Black women have been sterilized more than any other race of women. Exactly. And at the advice or without the permission of the individual. And they still ain't been sued. And they ain't been put out of business. Because it's a structure. It is a systematic structure set up to keep you where you are. But you ain't got enough sense to know that, because when you hear somebody like me speaking, oh, he lying, he just trying to get money, he just trying to get this, when they have the confidence in your ignorance, that's a word right there. When the people got a confidence in your ignorance, that when you hear the truth, you won't even accept it. And if you do accept it, you ain't gonna do nothing about it. Because you know we love to complain. We ain't finna do nothing. Nothing. But we love to complain. But there's other structures out there that can put us back into power. There's other structures out there, other systems out there that can put us back into health and wealth. But they're our systems. And until we realize that and start embracing that and getting with people that actually carry the gift and the talent of the ancestors, the egoons, they don't have to worry about us, because you're going to have to sit down in their doctor office after a while. That's like when people talk about churches and, oh, all them preachers ain't nothing but thieves and they liars and all that. Somebody going to have to bury your ass. Somebody, one of these preachers, one of these crooked, dick in the booty ass preachers, lying preachers, whatever y'all call us, going to have to say the rights over your ragged ass. So be careful. Be dying careful. Y'all love to talk about it until now all of a sudden you got a need. Now I'm a man of God because I'm licensed. There is structure and should be structure around your health. Medication is a bandage of your health problem. You know what? We are in the medical field because we know it's money there. There's an energetic investment to your demise. And so therefore, when you can go into the hospital and get an infection in the hospital, and the hospital is not liable for the infection, but if you come to the church and something happens to you at the church, y'all hold us accountable. It's all a business. Thank you, baby. It's a capitalist society. They make more money dragging your sickness than curing you. See, as a divine healer, whatever, if once you get your problem resolved, you're not going to come back to me for the same problem because it's resolved. So I can't make money off of you month after month after month after month, year after year after year after year. But if I drag you through it, and you never get healed and you never get cured, but you keep praying for the symptom, then I can keep making money and one ritual after ritual. It's the same concept. It don't matter if it's natural or spiritual. Remember what our Lord. Well, I'm sorry, we don't have the same Lord. We don't all, and I'm not being funny. There's many lords, many kings, many gods, and I keep trying to tell y'all, I'm not on them kicks that these other people on. I'm here to talk to melanated people, whether they listen to me or not, whether they support me or not, whether they get likes or not. At the end of the day, there's structure around your health and your wealth. Those aspects of your life, ruled by different deities, different gods and goddesses, are very, very important for your well-being. And if you're not healthy, and if you're not wealthy, then how can you teach it to your children? And if you're making poor decisions, you're going to teach your children to make poor decisions, and they're going to listen to you blindly. And they're going to trust your information blindly. They're not going to test it, and they're not going to see if it is what it is. Because monkey see, monkey do. I hope this helped. I hope that you guys embrace this information. If you do not mind, I have to go and get liquor. If you guys want to support Apostle Ely, I need to get some liquor today. Cash App or support what we do on this platform. Hit the like button if you want to subscribe to our channel. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers. I'm trying to get this platform monetized so we can go to the next level. My platform, I'm not out here guessing. I'm not out here assuming. Just like it's important to sterilize your a doctor's surgical tools, it's the same thing when it comes down to spiritual people. It is important for us to sterilize our spiritual tools. So therefore, it doesn't affect the next individual. And so I know it is costly to do what I'm doing. I know it is costly to share the information. I'm hoping that I am speaking to some logical people. I am hoping that this resonates and that you as a grown woman and a grown man say, you know what? We have to take our power back when it comes to our health and our wealth, and stop looking for people to legislate, for other people to make other people accountable, and we to become accountable for our own health, our own wealth, and that since we are children of chaos and we are children of nature, then we need to be getting products that are conducive to our cellular structure. And that it's bad when you can't trust black doctors, no less than any other race of doctor. When you don't care enough about your own people, spiritually or naturally, in the areas of health and wealth, we are in a sad dispensation. Baby, the eclipse is not our issue. I'm telling y'all, I'm not being funny, you guys. I am so disappointed in people. I'm going to say this. People can distract us from, we are the universe. Anything that is happening into the universe is a reflection of us. Melanin. Anything. Whether it's a supernova, whether it's a comet, whether it's an asteroid, whether it's an earthquake, whether it's a storm, a hurricane, we are the beings. We are the subconscious mind, the God particle that manifests on earth. We control that. And we can absorb anything. We are built from the very particles of the universe. So nothing hurts us. This sun can get even hotter. All it's going to do is strengthen us. But we let everybody distract us. They don't understand the universe, and neither do you. You are the very microcosm of the universe. You are a walking eclipse. You are a walking full moon. You are a walking Saturn return. You are a walking Mercury. You are the reflection of the Divine Mother and Father. I don't know what else to make it simple. I don't know what else to say. There's nothing outside of you that don't exist on the inside of you. It is just that when you were born, a God part of you was born as a Sagittarius. A God part of you was born as a Pisces. A God part of you was born, but you still came from the universe. And we are gods, and we are the offsprings of God. And so therefore, genetically, We represent the universe. What about when you not walking in your full moon? That's why we can do magic. And that's why we can affect the universe, the moon, the stars, the waters, because we are part of it. Darius said money instant. Got you, Darius. Love. Let me tell y'all something. We can't win this war, not against people, until we win the war within ourselves. Like Lauren Hill said, how you gonna win when you ain't right within? Until you get your inner world together, certain man, it don't matter if it's Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, whether you out here killing goats, chickens, rams, you got to get right within self. You got to be balanced in self. Love instant. Love for Renee. Healing. These people, their only objective is to distract. We can energy, we on this platform, we supposed to believe that energy cannot be destroyed, right? It can only be transmuted or transformed, right? So whatever is going on in the cosmos is what's really going on in us. We're gonna be okay. Because it's us. There was word about the solar flares and all of that. And people thought they were going to get superpowers and they're going to be flying all around. Only way you fly around here, you fart strong enough to get you off a gravitational pull. And if you busting farts like that, I feel sorry for your anus. Because I know you need stitches. Mental clarity. And oil of gladness. That's for Renee. These people, and I'm telling you, if the United States or any of these structures cared about you, they wouldn't still be lying about who the Egyptians is. When people can't be honest about what's obvious, why would you trust them about a science? And if they share something with you, it's not for your good. That means they're trying to distract you from something. Darius, money. Y'all, do that make sense? Like literally, does? Oh, you can't buy them hats on my website. I don't sell my hats. I don't sell hats. I buy them from my friends. Most of the people, I buy my stuff down in Miami, Florida. I do spiritual work. I don't sell products like this. I got enough. Just like hoes. Every hoe don't sell head. Some hoes sell anus. Some hoes sell role play. Some hoes sell they hoe. You got to ask what type of services I'm out here serving. I'm serving my spiritual services and my products, not my aesthetics. Yeah, okay. I be down in I was actually supposed to be going to Miami today, but I got so much to do. I couldn't do it. And when I go down to Miami, it takes me too long to get back. And you know how the traffic is. The traffic is something rather else in Miami. And that's on a good day. And that's even if I'm down there 12 noon, 1 o'clock. It's a drive. I'm very heavily into the black arts and black sciences. I'm heavily into, I've been doing this stuff since I was a child. I am 51 years old. I don't have no reason to get on this platform and lie to y'all. I'm going to say this again. You got to make up in your mind If you want to get a consultation, let me tell y'all, embrace that graveyard work. If you got any money or resources, focus on your graveyard work, because that's your ancestors, your egun. If you're going to buy anything, guardian angel incense, ancestor incense. Work with your health. Obatala. Obatala is for health. Health of mind, health of bones, health of body. Vitamin D. Some of y'all need some D in your life. You need some vitamin D in your life, and you need some dick in your life. But some healthy dick. And you can't get healthy dick in your life if you can't focus on what's good for your life, and you're not going to attract that type of man into your life. I am in the bottom, baby. Oh, you in South Beach? All right, there. I done did some freaky stuff on South Beach. Praise God. Thank God for South Beach. I'm an exhibitionist. Anyway, do you ever up in Orlando? Yeah, I don't hold in Orlando. Oh, you talking about just come up for concert? Yeah, I'm in Orlando too. Actually, my padrino is in Tampa, and I be in Orlando. Not as much as I used to be, but I was over there having sex. I went over there doing country. But I'm gonna travel a lot this year to get that. Watch the change. Yeah. I try to be honest with people. When I start traveling, I want y'all to know what y'all getting. I'm gonna be coming for business. I'm gonna be coming for people to learn what real magic arche is. I'm not about the artifacts. I'm not like, because at the end of the day, we need to understand our energy. We got to understand how to get our health and our wealth back. And we can't keep looking for other people. Like, why are you expecting somebody that stole something from you just give you back to you and then pay you with interest? You're going to have to, as a divine mother or father or divine son, to walk in your power and retrieve. As David said, recover all. Yeah, that 7 chakra is not nothing to be played up with. If anyone doubts his word, try that 7 African chakra. Yes, baby. Monique went ham on me. She said, I want it. So I got to make sure she get that. But I say this encouragement once again. Structure around your health and your wealth. I have made it as simplified as I possibly can. I have given you opportunity to embrace real magic. I have intellectually explained it, broken it down, and all you got to do as a grown man or woman is make a decision what you want to do with your life. Subscribing is good, commenting is good, but actions speak louder than words. And no reality you're going to have until you start doing what is necessary. And we spend money on a whole lot of foolishness. And it's just the truth. But we are not spending our resources on things that are going to eternal. Minister Mario lived 44 years and have lived more in them 44 years, experienced more in them 44 years, and now crowned forever as a king, a Risha priest, and he's also a Santero. He's also a Paleto in Palo. All of that in 44 years. You came here as a drunk, you're going to leave as a drunk. You came as a liar, you're going to leave as a liar. Energy can be transmuted. It can be transformed. Get yourself in a position that you can effectively be eternal as a god or goddess. And if you choose to come back to this earth realm, you can come back to this earth realm more equipped than you came the first time. And so you won't deal with as much BS as you deal with now. Get what you need. That's eternal. All right? I hope that, don't forget, if you chimed in, hit that like button and comment behind that. Says, I needed this guy. Thank you so much. And thank you. And let me say this to you as well. Thank you for your honesty on my platform. I do appreciate when people know that I'm speaking the truth and they're in a certain level of profession. You got to know when people are not trying to see you win. And the structures tell the story. When they got building, the structures say buy here, pay here, they're not there for you to win. All right, I said enough. Let me make sure I ain't forget nobody. Hold on. Demetrius, I got you on the money incense. I can tell when I'm talking good, they start attacking me. Oh, thank you so much. I needed that. Thank you both for the money, the love offering for the liquor. Karen O'Brien with how is y'all doing this? I love that. Now Karen O'Brien do I like that. I am not jazzy with that, but I like that. Thank you for the offering, Karen O'Brien. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all, love y'all, and make sure that y'all support Apostle Ely if you want more of this type of teaching. Thank you, Natasha. I got you. Thank you. Hold on, wait a minute. Shamari. What bottles you talking about, Shamari? All right. I think I got everybody. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget. I need. Flies because of this decomposing animals. Okay. Darius for the instant. Okay, I got you, Darius. Thank you. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Look for sexual chocolate, man. I like that. Look for the sexual chocolate. I know that's right. And don't forget, I'm an aphrodisiac just like Natasha, but I come with nuts. Natasha don't come with nuts.